Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your local and regional governance. This is still your professor, Mr. Kip Anthony A. Ramos, and for this session, we will be talking about the power of local government units. All right, so as we start our discussion, we will be first discussing the two branches of the General Welfare Clause of the police power. So as we've mentioned, of course, no, itong mga local government units na meron tayo, kagaya ng national government, they have what we call as the inherent powers. So from the word itself, inherent, no, the very reason kung bakit tayo merong gobyerno ay itong mga kapangyarihan na ito. At ito yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong session na ito. So first up, of course, yung tinatawag natin na police power. So whenever we're talking about the police power, no, and in the context of local government units, meron daw dalawang branches ito, no? So number one ay yung tinatawag natin na general legislative power. So what is general legislative power? Of course, this is the power which authorizes no yung ating municipal council or any local government units to enact ordinances and even make regulations that is not repugnant to law, no? And as may be necessary to carry into effect and discharge the powers and duties conferred upon the municipal council or any council no ng ating pong local government unit by law. So ibig sabihin kung babalikan natin no kagaya ng barangay, kagaya ng ating city or highly urbanized cities, they or this power no will be able to enable them no so that they will be able to enact ordinances na magiging valid for an entire area or entire city no. So kaya nga mapapansin niyo yung mga meron tayong mga ordinances na na maaaring meron halimbawa sa Quezon City na wala sa Manila, meron sa Manila na wala sa Quezon City, and so on and so forth. No, so it is the very reason for this will be your general legislative power because our local government units, kagaya nga ng mga cities, ay vested nito. No, so ibig sabihin po ano yung necessary for their city, ano ang necessary for their local government unit. Ito yung maano natin ito yung magagawa nila ng tinatawag natin na ordinance or even regulation. On the other hand, no, if we're talking about the other branch of the General Welfare Clause, we have the police power proper, no, which authorizes, of course, the municipality, the city, or any local government unit to enact ordinances as may be necessary and proper for the health and even for the safety of our people, ano. Pwede rin nating pag-usapan dito yung prosperity, yung morals, yung peace, no, yung good order, comfort, and even yung convenience ng ating pong mga tao. No? Kaya nga kung mapapansin ninyo, meron mga ordinansa o meron din tayong mga meron tayong mga batas na isinabatas ng ating pong mga local legislators kagaya ng ating mga konsehal, ng ating mga kagawad na kung saan pumoprotekta ito sa general welfare. Ano po example nito? Example nito, no, yung pag pinag-usapan natin yung public morals. So hindi ka pwedeng lumabas basta-basta na nakahubad simply because gusto mo lang. Bakit? Kasi syempre maapektuhan nito yung ibang tao. Another one, pwede ba tayo mag-alaga, say for example, ng mga baboy at magkaroon ka ng baboyan sa isang lugar na na punong-puno ng mga tao? The answer will be no, of course, no. Bakit po? It's simply because ayan, it will affect yung public health daw po ng ating pong no, ng ating pong mga inhabitants. And with that being said, no, the very reason kung bakit meron tayo nito ay yung ruling po, no, noong July 2, 2004 ng Rural Bank of Makati versus Municipality of Makati kung kaya't nabuo ito yung no itong pananaw natin about the two branches of the General Welfare Clause no ng police power. Now, of course, in every power that we will be having in our government, there are limitations na binibigay kasi nga hindi naman talaga absolute in the first place ang lahat ng kapangyarihan. So, what are the limitations in the exercise of police power by the LGUs? Number one, kailangan merong express grant by law no na talagang itinatalaga na ito ay pwedeng nating gawin. Otherwise, hindi siya pwedeng ipatupad. Second, it must also not be contrary to the Constitution and the law. Kagaya nga, di ba, nang naging discussion natin nito nakaraan, na meron tayong tatawag na hierarchy of law. No? Ay, ibig sabihin, ang pinaka nasa taas ay yung Constitution natin. After ng Constitution natin, di ba, you have your Republic Act. And then, ang pinakamababang uri ng batas ay yung tinatawag natin na ordinance and even yung mga, yung mga resolutions ng ating pong mga local government units. So with that being said, syempre, no, the local government units cannot actually enact ordinances that go against laws. No? Ibig sabihin, the moment halimbawa na mas mababa itong batas na ito, doon sa mas mataas na mas mataas na batas, it doesn't no, it doesn't give them the right para ipatupad ito. So say for example, Kung magpapatupad halimbawa ang isang local government unit ng isang batas na hahayaan ang mga bastos sa Pilipinas, no, or sa lugar nila, no, pwede kang mangmanyak, pwede kang ano, no, pwede kang sumipol-sipol ng gusto mo, no, hindi siya mapapatupad. Bakit? Kasi 'di ba may Republic Act, yung tinatawag natin na yung short title na bawal bastos law, no, na kung saan pinagbabawalan ang mga ano, no, ang mga tao na mambastos ng ibang tao. So with that, syempre, itong ordinance na ano no na pinapayagan yung mga kabastusan, syempre hindi siya magiging valid. Bakit? Because these ordinances will go against a Republic Act. Number three, no, there should be a due process. No, ano po ibig sabihin po nito? Pag pinapatupad natin yung police power natin, it is necessary, no, na kailangan itong ano no, itong ginagawa natin ay naaayon daw po for the purpose and hindi daw po ito oppressive on the individuals. Ibig sabihin, ginagawa natin ito kasi kailangan at hindi lang ng titrip. Okay? Number four is the Equal Protection Clause. So it has been said that the interests of the public in general, as distinguished from those of a particular class, will require, of course, the exercise of the power. No, ibig sabihin, walang ano no, walang mayaman, walang mahirap. So kung halimbawa ipapatupad itong police power, dapat para siya sa lahat. And lastly, syempre yung tinatawag natin na territoriality. Ano po yung territoriality? Syempre, pag pinag-usapan natin ang local government unit, kung ikaw ang local government of Quezon City, halimbawa, ang iyong ordinansa ay good lang para sa Quezon City. Bakit? Kasi syempre yung jurisdiction ng inyong local government unit ay nakakonfine doon sa tinatawag natin na territory. Okay? Sige po. Next, aside from police power, and by the way, no, yung police power, if you will be comparing the police power to other inherent powers of the state and even the local government units, police power is the most, ano po, no, most comprehensive. Ibig sabihin, mas nasasaklawan niya ang iba't ibang ano, no, aspeto ng ating buhay. Example of which, no, kaya niyang maapektuhan yung inyo pong property and even liberty na kung saan pag nakita ng estado na hindi ka ano no na hindi tama yung iyong ginagawa, pwede ka nilang pakulong. Okay? Pero tingnan natin yung pangalawa nating inherent power, no? Ito yung tinatawag natin na power of eminent domain, no? So bakit daw po meron tayong power of eminent domain? So according people to the Local Government Code of 1991, Section 19, an LGU may, through its chief executive and acting pursuant to an ordinance, exercise the power of eminent domain for public use or purpose or welfare for the benefit of the poor and the landless upon payment of just compensation pursuant to the provisions of the Constitution and pertinent laws. So with this definition of your local government code of 1991, Section 19, makikita natin yung ano no, yung elements ng valid na pag-exercise ng eminent domain. Okay? So pag i-discuss naman natin siya isa-isa as we go along the way. Okay? So eto, kagaya ng sinabi ko, no, ano nga ba ang requisites sa pag-exercise natin ng power of eminent domain? So number one, kailangan daw that there is an ordinance enacted by the local legislative council authorizing your local chief executive in behalf of the LGU to exercise the power of eminent domain or pursue expropriation proceedings over a particular private property. So ibig sabihin, if we are talking about your local chief executive, mapa-mayor man ito, mapa-governor man ito, no, for as long as it's the local chief executive, he or she may be authorized to do syempre yung ano no yung expropriation for as long as there is an ordinance that has been enacted by your local legislative council. Number two, the power of eminent domain is exercised for public use, purpose or welfare or for the benefit of the poor and the landless. So, kung babalikan natin yung unang requisite ng power of eminent domain, kailangan mo nang merong private property. Okay? So, itong private property na ito will actually be turned into public use. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mapatunayan talaga ng ating ng ating local government unit that this private property will be used for public use. Now, let me ask you this question. So say for example, kasi syempre alam naman natin kagaya say for example yung MRT7, kung mapapansin ninyo, no? Meron tayong issue of right of way, hindi ba? May mga bahay na natamaan ng MRT7, pero anong nangyari? Bakit sila biglang napaalis? It's simply because merong pwedeng gamitan siya ng power of eminent domain, no? Ibig sabihin, mataturn kasi into public transportation yung kanila pong mga bahay with the payment of just compensation. Pero people remember na ang pinagkaiba ng power of eminent domain at saka ng police power, yung police power ay hindi ka mababayaran at all. On the other hand, if we're talking about the power of eminent domain, mababayaran ka. So, you may be asking, no, sir, bakit ganun ang eksena po natin? Ito ay sa kadahilanan na ang police power, ginagawa mo siya simply because meron kang danger na nakikita. No? So, ibig sabihin, at fault no in the first place yung meron pong property. So say for example, no kung nakatiwangwang halimbawa ang pinapagawa mong building at may anytime pwedeng mahulog yung ano no yung bakal na ginagawa nila, no the local government unit may exercise yung police power to prevent no yung mangyaring may mahuhulog na bakal. So with that, babayaran po ba siya? Answer will be no. No, bakit? It's simply because kaya mo siya gagawin, it's simply because yun nga no, tatanggalin mo yung danger doon sa mga tao at yun na yung benefit ng pagsasagawa nun. On the other hand, if we are talking about the power of eminent domain, mapapansin ninyo na wala naman talagang fault yung taong ano no, yung taong merong property. It's just that kailangan lang talaga nating i-convert yung kanya pong property into public use. Okay? Pero people, take note ha, na itong ano no, itong power of eminent domain, kailangan government ang magbibigay po ng offer. Hindi po tayo yung magbibigay ng offer na, oy, government, bilhin mo na ito, no? So, government dapat ang mag-offer na i-expropriate namin yung property. So, again, no question. Paano halimbawa humindi ka? Ayaw mo halimbawang ibenta yung property mo. Meron po bang magagawa? Siyempre, there are legal remedies. No? Pero as a general rule, siyempre, mas mananaig yung kapangyarihan ng ating po mga local government units in exercising yung eminent domain. Okay, so since we're talking about public use, I just came up with a question ano. So, paano sir halimbawa, ang public use niya, halimbawa, no, itong si person A, halimbawa, no, nagtatag siya halimbawa ng relihiyon. Ayan, no? Nagpatatag siya ng religion. And later on, napatunayan na itong religion na ito ay malaking impact doon sa history ng bansang Pilipinas. Pwede bang i-expropriate or gamitan ng eminent domain ng local government unit yung bahay na bahay nung ano no nung person A halimbawa kasi sabi nila ita-turn down nila into a museum no yung kanila pong dito yung kanila pong bahay no so ipapreserve daw lahat ng mga gamit, ipapreserve daw yung mismong bahay ng founder no, ng isang relihiyon. So ang tanong ni Sir, ayan, will it be valid for public use? No, public use ba matatawag kung i-convert natin halimbawa yung ating ano no, yung ating ayan, yung bahay ni person A into a museum. All right, so I'll be asking you to please comment of course your answer dyan sa ating comment box. All right, now, with this, puntahan natin ano, aside from of course yung tinatawag natin na public use, there must be a payment of just compensation as required under Section 9 of your Article 2 of your 1987 Constitution and of course yung other pertinent laws natin. So, ibig sabihin dahil nga hindi siya at fault, it is necessary no for the government to pay. Siyempre no, kukunin mo yung property niya. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Kailangan mo palitan. At paano natin papalitan? Yun po yung tinatawag po natin na just compensation. So everyone, as a general rule, yung just compensation, ang binibigay na just compensation is in the form of money. Okay? It can be cash. However, exemption to the rule, meron din mga certain circumstances na ang binibigay, if hindi ito cash, pwede po itong ano no in the form of bonds or in the form of stocks. Okay? Pero as a general rule, ulitin po natin, cash po ang binibigay for ano no for power of eminent domain. And lastly, of course, there is a valid and definite offer that has been previously made to the owner of the property sought to be expropriated, but the said offer was not accepted. So people ha, syempre, no, kung inofferan ka tapos pumayag ka na doon sa offer, automatic, there is no need for the ano no the exercise of power of eminent domain. Pero the moment that you will be ano no that you will be saying no, syempre doon mapipilitan ang government po natin na ano no na magbigay ng or exercise ng kanya pong power of eminent domain. Okay? Now, ang tanong, kailan daw mangyayari yung tinatawag na immediate possession of the property kung sakaling i-expropriate na ito, no? Kailan siya magaganap? So it has been said also by your local government code of 1991, section 19, that the local government unit may immediately take possession of the property upon the filing of the expropriation proceedings and upon making a deposit with the proper court of at least 15% of the fair market value of the property based on the current tax declaration of the property to be expropriated. So people, syempre kung tatanungin ninyo, no, sino ba magdedetermine ng bayad? So it's the court kung sakali. No? Kung hindi kayo magkasundo doon sa offer, automatic it will be the court who will be determining yung tinatawag natin na fair market value. Pero the moment that you will be able, that the government will already be able to pay, no? Or makakapag ano na ano, makakapag-deposit na ng 15%, at least 15%, automatic they can already have the possession of the property. Okay? Now, what is the basis for the determination, everyone? No, natatawag natin po na just compensation. Ayan ano. And according to your local government code pa rin, the amount to be paid for the expropriated property shall be determined by the proper court based on the fair market value at the time of the taking of the property. Okay? Now, what is the basis for the exercise of the taxing power or the taxation naman ng ating pong mga LGU? So, according to your Philippine Constitution, 1987, Article 10, Section 5, that each LGU shall have the power to create its own sources of revenues and to levy taxes, fees, and charges subject to such guidelines and limitations as the Congress may provide, consistent with the basic policy of local autonomy. No? So, with that being said, mapapansin ninyo na yung ating pong mga local government units, no, they have different parts or they have the different situations na pwede nilang gawin, no, in order for them to have yung sources or yung revenues na meron po tayo. So with that, pwede sila magkaiba-iba depending doon sa kanila pong nakapamaraanan. Also, according to your local government code noong 1991 section 18, that all local government units, they are empowered, no, to create their own sources of revenue and levy taxes, fees, and charges which shall accrue exclusively for their use and disposition and which shall be retained by them. No? So ito po yung ating basis for the exercise po ng power by our LGU.